now in North Yorkshire for the Trackrod Historic Cup and the penultimate round of the British Historic Rally Championship. First away was Steve Smith and John Nichols in a Porsche 911. Currently second in the championship, Stephen was looking for a good result after his disappointing run in Belgium. Fastest historic here in the first stage of the Pickering Showground was a good start. One place behind, but 1 point ahead in the championship, was Desi Nutt with Geraldine McBride in another Porsche 911. Third fastest historic here, but on this short stage, they only lost 1.6 seconds. Splitting Smith and Nutt was Stuart Rolt with Richard Pomfret in yet another Porsche 911. This was Stuart's second appearance in the championship this year. First of the Lotus Cortinas in the popular B4 class, Chris and Hilary Green took fourth historic and fastest in B4. Another Cortina, this time a GT version, Tim Beale and Pete Dalton in Class B3. Jim Clark and Neil Sawyer in another Lotus were credited with outright fastest time on this stage, but the 10-second jump start penalty tends to give the game away. First of the Minis, Matthew and Dude Pearce, currently leading Class B2 and looking for some good points, having missed Flanders. Another crew to miss Flanders, Phil and Barbara Smith, were looking to continue their recent run of finishes, having started the year with a run of 3 DNFs. Adam and Ian Tomlinson missed the last 3 rounds of the championship. Their MG Midget is the only non-mini in Class B2. Mike Barrett with Michelle Calvert, currently second in B2, have had 2 non-finishes this year and needed a good result here to further their championship prospects. Gordon Cameron and Sheila Grimshaw in a Class B1 mini took fastest time in class on SS1. John Willis and Andy Armstrong in an Austin Mini Cooper S was second in B2 on the first stage, but would retire in first service as Andy was unwell. Keith Pettit and Sharon Silver in a Mark II Ford Lotus Cortina are currently fourth in Class B4 with 5 finishes from 7 starts. James Valentine and Julian Stocks in the first of the Class B1 Saabs had to give best to Nick Pinkett, who was second in B1 on this stage behind Gordon Cameron. First away of the post-historics was Jeremy Eason and Den Golding in a 16-valve RS2000. They were 12th fastest on this stage, 2 seconds slower than David Stokes and Ian Oakey in an RS1600, who were outright fastest. The battle between these two has raged all year, and with only a few points in it at the top of the post-historic tables, both drivers needed a good result. First time out this year, but no stranger to the championship, Ernie Graham with Robin Killard in a Ford Escort RS1600. Ernie has just won the FIA European Historic Rally Championship. First classic away and second time out this season for Pete Slights and Joyce Champion, who were third fastest classic on this stage. Current category leader Gareth Lloyd and Ryland James just needed a good result to clinch the championship. Currently second in the category, Martin Freestone needed a win and Lloyd to have problems for him to stay in the running. Fastest on this stage was a good start. Graham Samuels and Tony Phillips have had an erratic season so far, but when the car has performed, they have always been in the running. Dick Slaughter and Jeff Deering went fourth in the classic category. First historic drive in a while for Brian Bell in a Porsche 911, and he'll go out after first service with gearbox problems. The faultless and steadily improving season for Craig Salter and Preston Ayres sees them 8th overall in the championship. Andrew Street and Jez Mason were second post-historic on this stage. Currently leading Class C2, Ken Forster and John Stanger Leeds just needed a moderate finish to confirm a class win. One place down on Forster, John Worthing and Bill Robertson were 5th post-historic on this stage. Chris Greystock and Mark Harmer in a Ford Escort RS2000. Peter Lavelle, with Jill Cotton, is currently leading Class C4 in a Porsche, from Graham Wilson and Keith Fellows, also in a 911.
314, which is Graham Wilson from
Mark and Brett Clifford have already won Class D3, but are usually able to mix it with the D5 competitors. Despite only entering the gravel rounds, Ian Ricks is currently 6th in the classic category. Dave Dyer and Graham Ride in a 16-valve RS2000. Ian Drummond and Tom Thornton Ward in an 8-valve RS2000 leading the championship Class C3. Vince Bristow and Dean Mitchell in a Ford Escort Mexico. Jumping nicely in their Ford Escort Mexico, Russell Morgan and Martin Keenan. Peter Edgerton and Simon Stadden, they'll retire at first service with mechanical problems. Paul Drinkle and Roy Brown, the Porsche currently 4th in Class C4. Robin Shuttleworth and Mark Midgley, Richard Perry and Clive Townend in the Talbot Sunbeam. Currently 7th equal in Class D5 with the car's preparer Richard Lepley, Rafa Bell with Samuel Amida and Ford Escort RS1800. Bob Close and Mike Reynolds in an unusual Toyota Celica GT. Not seen out competing in the UK since last year's Roger Albert Clark Rally is Alec Hack, co-driven by Mark Soloway. Irishman Frank Cunningham was getting used to his RS2000 before a proper assault on the championship next year. Paul Morris and Simon Rogers in a bright yellow flat front RS2000. Something a little different from the Porsches and Escorts, Hugh and Debbie Myers in the only remaining Datsun 240Z in the championship. Enjoying their first full year in the historic championship, Lawrence Green and Andrew Turner. Loughborough team, Christopher Shooter and Beverly LeGood. Going well here, Peter and James Whitaker. But problems on the way to SS2, Highmore, and further problems in the stage will put them out of the rally before SS3. Robin Morgan and Mike Robinson out on their home event in the Opel Kadett GTE. Bringing up the rear of the field, unique in British rallying, Richard and Leslie Simpson in their Skoda 120S. It's really early in the morning and our crews have already done the Showground stage, first stage of the day, and now we're into the real stages in the forest. We're here at Highmore 1 and we're going to chat to the drivers before they go there.
We're just hoping for a mechanically trouble-free run, and if we do that, then we'll see how we go. I think the problem is that we both far rather it wasn't part of the championship to be this round. We both like the round, but it would be just nice to be able to go for it as an event.
All set. We've had a bit of a non-impressive start. First stage was half a mile. We went off the road twice. Good field today, good entry. So we're looking forward to it.
Astra, last time. I hope I can remember what to do.
What brought you out for this event?
I've just been busy and I just wanted to come and have another go. These guys have been going really well. It'll be hard to stay with them. We can see what we can do.
Believe you could clinch a class in this wonderful event.
Really? I hadn't really thought about that this morning. I was just happy to get up and get the car going and get out on the stages. But yeah, I think we're far enough ahead, so if we have a reasonable result on this one, that should put the class to bed for us.
You could do well overall, never mind in your class.
Possibly, but I mean, these stages are so fast in a straight line. I mean, these guys are going to be, 20, 30 mile an hour faster than you down the straight. So the notes, we run 1 to 6 sharpest, and I've been co-driving for Mike O'Brien, who's actually supported me on this event. The sticker's on the wing, so I get a good shot of that. And he runs them 1 to 6 fastest. So hopefully when we come up to a 6, I'll remember to slow down and not go for 6th gear.
Good field today, isn't it? Big B2 turnout. I don't know what's happened to the Historics, but it's like 5 minutes out of 15 entries in total. Bizarre, isn't it? So it'd be good in class though, it'd be a good battle, but I expect Matt will win. Or maybe Adam.
Maybe you.
Or maybe Gordon. It won't be us. No, it's a good field today, but I mean, we've got to finish, that's all. So, we've got to, you've got to concentrate on finishing, but you also don't want to be last. So.
I'm looking forward to some long sort of forest gravel, which would be nice for a change.
Beautiful stages around here.
Yeah, I didn't like Belgium very much. It didn't suit me at all, really. Not for this type of car. But gravel, it feels much better.
The championship's looking very interesting now, so I think for me and David, it's who wins here is going to be winning the poster site part of the championship. So it's an important event. This is.
Your plan of action?
Well, there's only one thing we can do, isn't it? We've got to go for it. So we've got to wait and see what happens. Nice long stages, so should suit us, but you never know, do you?
Right, David. You and Jeremy, a bit of a battle today.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think it's going to be a bit nip and tuck, I expect. Most of the thing.
Are you going to go for it?
Absolutely. I've got no choice. I've dropped my 2 scores. I've got to score heavy. I've got to score heavy. To hold any chance of the championship, I've got to win.
Really enjoying being back in Yorkshire again, and this is just a one-off rally for us, having been abroad for the year. So
You've been abroad for the year. Just tell us what you've actually been doing.
yeah, well, in 6 months we've done 8 rallies in Europe, and we managed to win the FIA European Historic Championship.
20 years since I was in an escort in the Yorkshire Forest, so and notes as well were what do we do, Joy? 6. Yes, number system, so everything's new. So just going to see how this first one goes.
You could win.
Yeah, well, we'll try, certainly. Martin took time out of us on the first one, but it's only a short one, so we'll have a go in here and see. So, no, hopefully, we'll have to finish.
He could win, but so could you.
So could I. If he doesn't finish, and I finish first, we're on a shootout on Somerset stages.
Last year we went into the netting on the first stage, so we've improved on that enormously already.
What is the plan for
The
today?
plan is to watch David and Jeremy kill each other and just wait.
I've been out before quite a few years ago, but this is a new venture, nevertheless.
And why the Porsche?
To be different. Just I like Porsches, and I don't know if I've made the right choice, though, but we shall see later today.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good day, isn't it? Not been here before, so...
Have you not been here before?
Another day of fun, so yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, no, we're looking forward to it.
I've been here once or twice before.
Do you like it?
I love it. Yeah, it's lovely, flowing stages, so it really goes very well. Yeah, looking forward to it.
It's a bit of a wake-up call, isn't it? Yeah, half a mile of flat out and then 40-minute drive in the countryside. It's a bit shocking at 7 o'clock in the morning in Yorkshire. But no, it's plan of action today. Just go for it.
Is Ken all set and ready to go?
No. But
why?
We've got another 10 minutes. It doesn't peak until we actually get on the stage. Unfortunately, sometimes he peaks after we come off the stage, and then it's not so clever.
We're just having a gentle stroll around with you. Decided. Neat and tidy, get to the finish.
Basically, it's 1C2. We can't get near to him. It's been a hell of a battle all the way through this season. It'll obviously continue to the end. But we had 3 non-finishes. And so we can only 7 out of the 9 to score. So so we're on an ego basher today. We just want to get in front of him.
Oh, just keep it going and try and beat whoever. Yeah. We did the little half a mile showground stage, but made a couple of little mistakes, and you can't make mistakes against these boys. Yeah.
I'm just going to keep it on the road, I hope. These long straights I'm not particularly looking forward to. Some of these long straights, they're very, very long and the trees are very, very close. So I just want to keep going straight.
Got to catch this man Little, he's doing a fantastic job this year. So we've got to try and get out the blocks a bit quicker. From stage 1 we've got to really try and get cracking this time. I'm a slow starter, I usually finish well.
That first stage doesn't really get prepared for anything, really, I don't think.
Apparently there's a rumour going around that they're going to protest us at the end of the year for having an underweight co-driver or overweight driver, one or the other.
What's the plan of attack for today?
If we get a good result here, we should tie up the C3 championship.
Plan of attack, flat out. That's the only plan there ever is.
It's too early, is this?
Now, just for the record, for you lot that are watching, it's 8:45 in the morning. It's not, it's not.
I need my beauty sleep, believe you me, you see. So. We're doing this as a bit of a shakedown. We're going to go and try and do that Roger Albert Clark rally, so we're trying to get to the finish of this one. We did a 360 on the first corner, so...
Oh, you didn't?
We did, yeah. We're going to tell the service crew that we're watching that we did it on purpose, though. But no, it was a bit of a bad start. It was a bit too keen and too much on the handbrake. But we recovered okay and got going, so we'll have to do better on this one anyway.
I want to be on there straight away, but I've got my head sorted out now. I really want to push, so I want to do well.
I'm alright. Never been here before. It'd be a bit of fun, won't it?
Well, we've already had a spin on stage 1, so we're not doing very well, because we were trying to take it carefully after the incident last time. But yeah, we're going to try to finish this one.
Got Mr. Hack over from Portugal to have a try this championship because he wants to do some next year, you know, so see how he gets on.
I don't know what that was in the showgrounds. I didn't even... It was over before I thought it started. But it was fun. It sort of got the cobwebs out early in the morning. So we're ready to go, I think.
We've already had a little bit of a mishap on the first stage. Put the back end into a bank and take the post out. So I don't know whether that's a bad omen or what.
No, so we're back for this one.
As you can see, the wind's just started to blow, the rain's just started to come in.
But I am confident that my glasses aren't going to steam up on this one.
Why?
First event with contact lenses. If you think meet me going, where the hell are we? You know why.
So this is a local event for you, local-ish.
Well, not now because I'm at Oxford Works.
Do you know, I'm sick of, all right, I'm going to do this to the camera. Will all you drivers, when I do my leading line, stop spoiling it?
Very local.
Thank you.
I am looking forward to the event. This is actually the first time I've ever been in one of these things at a competition. So I literally started 2.5 weeks ago. To say I'm terrified is an understatement.
We definitely are looking forward to the event.
Gorgeous one, Liz.
From what I can remember from last time, it's all a bit of a blur when you get out.
Fast.
Very. Better than that last silly thing we've just done.
Well, that last silly thing that you just done, a lot of people went off.
Oh, jolly good. Oh, well, that's all right. That's made me feel even better.
It's a S100 that's been made into a replica of a 120S Skoda. We're just learning about it, really.
SS4 Givendale included 2 passes through the woodyard. First time through, Steve Smith's Porsche wasn't looking very healthy and wouldn't make it back, as he explained.
We dropped a ring on the the previous stage, made it into service, hadn't used that much oil, and we just thought that it stood a chance of getting through here. But the temperature went off the gauge within sort of 4 or 5 miles of starting the stage, and by the time we came through here, we got very intermittent oil pressure, so I just turned it off at the next junction.
Smith's retirement left Desi Nutt's second historic, having swapped times with Stuart Rolt over the opening stages of the event. For now, Rolt had the upper hand by just under 25 seconds. The Greens had been fastest in class on the preceding stages and repeated this on SS4, which left them first in B4 and third historic. Tim Beale had no opposition in B3, but undeterred was taking the fight to Class B4, where only the Greens headed him. Jim Clark had been having a good run, second in B4, but clutch problems would put him out as he re-entered the woodyard. A brief look under the bonnet, a chat with co-driver Neil, and they called it a day. Matthew and Dude Pearce took the lead in Class B2 on SS2. Though this lead was falling as they could only manage second in class on SS3 and 4, Philip and Barbara Smith's hope for a 4th finish in a row to top the preceding 3 retirements in a row came to naught on SS6 when their Mini Cooper broke the drive shaft. Two fastest times in B2 on SS3 and 4 left Adam and Ian Tomlinson just 7.2 seconds behind the Pierces. Mike Barrett and Michelle Calvert were having a good scrap with Gordon Cameron and Sheila Grimshaw, but Cameron's Morris Mini Cooper S would retire on SS7 with mechanical problems. Keith Pettit was still going well in the Mark II Lotus. James Valentine was leading the scrap for B1 honours between the Saab 96s, though Nick Pinkett had been fighting tooth and nail with him, the lead changing every stage. Second post historic after SS2, Jeremy Easton dropped to 11th after a 20th fastest on SS3. Second again on SS4 brought him up to third post historic. With outright fastest on every stage, David Stokes held a 49-second lead over Ernie Graham, who had scored 2/3 in a second. Pete Slides took the classic lead with fastest on SS2, second on SS3 by 0.4 seconds, didn't lose it, fastest on SS4 by over 25 seconds, confirmed it. Gareth Lloyd was nearest to Slipes in the classics, taking fastest on SS3, and he held second place by 15 seconds from Martin Freestone, who had been third classic on SS2 and 3, but lost time on SS4 to go fifth classic. Slow on SS2, third on SS3 and fifth on SS4, moved Graham Samuel up to fifth post historic. Fourth on 2 and 3, Freestone's slip on SS4 promoted Dick Slaughter to third classic. However, he would retire at second service with water pump failure. Steadily moving up the field, fourth post historic on the long Givendale stage moved Craig Salter up to seventh post historic. Andrew Street was being pushed hard, but maintained his lead in Class C4 with his third fastest time in class on SS4. For once not leading Class C2, Ken Forster was third in class on stages 2 to 4, which was good enough for third in class and 10th post-historic. Leading C2 was John Worthing, having taken 2 seconds and 2 firsts in class. This gave him a slim 7-second advantage going into the next stages. Fastest in C3 on SS2, Chris Gravestock lost almost 2 minutes in SS3 and dropped to 20th post-historic and 3rd in class. Another first in class on SS4 brought him back up to 13th and first equal in C3. Peter Liddell had been having a good event. A couple of fourths in class moved him up to 3rd in C4, but mechanical problems put him out of the rally on this stage. The Porsches weren't faring well in Givendale. Graham Wilson also went out here with gearbox failure. 3 successive fastest times in class for Mark Clifford gave him the D3 lead by over a minute. Ian Riggs was lying 5th amongst the classics after a series of consistent times. Having been consistently 4th post-historic, Dave Dyer lost time on SS4 and only took 6th, but still held on to 4th position. Fourth in C2 over stages 2, 3 and 4, Russell Morgan was also 4th in class after the Givendale stage. The retirements of Liddell and Wilson moved Paul Drinkle up to 2nd in class C4. Robin Shuttleworth had had a consistent run and was lying 5th in class C2. Richard Perry's Sunbeam was the only entry in Class D2, but he was 8th classic. Alex Hack was consistently 7th in Class C5. which in such an experienced field was good going for someone whose knowledge of British forests is so limited. Ralph Bell had moved up a few places after his disappointing run on the first stage. Frank Cunningham had swapped fastest and second fastest times with Robin Shuttleworth over the morning stages, and this brought them to a dead heat for the Class C3 lead after SS4. Paul Morris had been second in D3 on every stage, with Clifford taking every fastest in D3. This left him second in class. Another benefactor of the retirements of Liddell and Wilson, the Datsun 240Z of Hugh and Debbie Myers, moved up to third in Class C4. Lawrence Green was running well, 6th in Class C2. Robin Morgan was being careful not to damage the Cadet GTE. They didn't need a major rebuild before the Roger Albert Clark Rally. Christopher Shooter was consistently third in Class D3. Having climbed as high as 16th post-historic, Bob Close set a poor time on SS4 and dropped to 21st. Richard and Leslie Simpson's surprising little Skoda 120S was still going, which was more than they'd achieved at this stage of their previous two rallies. We're here for the second service of the day. The crews have completed 5 stages so far, so we're going to find out what those stages were like before they go back out to do the final 3 stages of the day. Okay, so 3 more stages to go. What are you going to do?
Maximum attack.
Okay, we'll leave you to it just as the rain comes, Desi.
That'll be okay.
I'm talent spotty, yes. I'm just looking to see what the level of the opposition is before the historic Roger Albert Clark rally. So in case we have to do a few little tricks before the rally, but I haven't seen any results yet, so I don't know who's doing all the quick stuff.
But we went much better on that last stage. It took me 2 stages to get going, but that was much better for me. I was much happier.
The stages have been very good. We were expecting it to be a little bit rough, but it's not too bad. And some of the long, fast ones are very exciting.
I don't know what it is. We think it's fuel on the back carburettor, and we're losing a lot of time. We're losing all the power on the hills, and I'm short shifting. And once I get it wound up on the straights, I can get there, but it's taking a long time to get there.
Tell us about the rally so far.
Absolutely great. I mean, the stages are tremendous. The 16-miler. I mean, there were straights in there nearly a mile long. Flat out. Absolutely pedal to the metal.
It's going well. It's going very well. Very pleased. It's been really nip and tuck. But the stages are fabulous.
Yeah, not too bad. I woke up a bit actually this morning, sort of in the second run through. But Mr. Tomlinson's really going, isn't he? So he's 6 seconds behind us, I think. So I'm going to have to go a bit quicker this afternoon.
Did you do? On Givendale, hit a steel girder in the side of the road in the quarry. Managed to limp out the stage on that, which I'm quite pleased about. Yes. Didn't lose too much time.
But, yeah, I think we've had 5 fastest times out of 5 stages so far today. So we just got to make sure we get to the finish now. So I'm not promising any more fast times.
What are the roads
Just
like
enough.
out there? Just enough. You've seen that. Just enough.
Oh yeah. The steering's a bit wobbly. Not very nice at 100 mile an hour. Other than that, it's fun.
Our day's not gone to plan. We did the second stage with, or the third stage, sorry, with no brakes, rear brake pipe sheared. So we dropped over a minute in there, or just under a minute. So we're not going to catch David now, so we're just hoping to get up to second again.
So what's this going to mean championship-wise? If you don't catch David today...
Still open.
It's open, and Somerset's going to be...
It'll be very interesting. Could go down to the wire there, yeah, by the looks of things, yeah.
Tell us about your day, Gareth.
The first 2 were okay, or the first 3 were okay, they were including the super special, and we've had a gearbox problem on the halfway through the long one, the first one after service, and it was making a noise in 3rd and 4th, so we just nursed it to get it to service because it's important we finish today. But the guys have just changed it in about 10 minutes flat, so in fairness to them. Thank you very much, boys. Stunning job.
Yeah, so we've had a really fun day. We're second in the post-historics, just behind David, and we're in front of Jeremy. So our aim for the last couple of stages is to stay ahead of Jeremy. If we could get second behind Stokesy, I think it would be good.
Do you need to win today, or...?
No, we don't. We need to be second, and we are second, so keep on going. It's been a terrible rally for us. Everything's gone wrong from the very beginning. Well, it started by losing the clock dropped out of the clipboard on the dashboard, which was a new one we'd fitted. The intercom packed up before the first stage, so he couldn't hear me, so we did hand signals. And as you can see, we hit a pile of logs in Givendale.
We had an indiscretion, flat in top, flat right 3, stepped out, went off on the left, all four wheels, through grass about 10 feet deep, it seemed, and got it out, kept it going, got it out on the other side, it went off the other side and we hit a pile of logs. We're still in top and just kept it going. I thought the damage was much worse than this.
2 bad airpins again, and then we had to reverse, so we lost a lot of time to Mr. Bristow, who we're trying to nail.
No, it's good. We were crap on the first stage, scared to death on the second stage, got better on the third. Now I'm getting back into it again. We're keeping an eye on Chris Gravestock. Apparently he's had a problem with the starter motor. But hopefully he's all right, but he's still running. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, no problem.
First stage I was asleep.
I think most people were.
Well, I was. It's getting better now, though. Apart from handbrake jamming on in the woodyard.
Oh, it didn't.
There's too many people looking as well.
Yeah, we had a very good run on the long stage, the 16 mile. I was very pleased, but I knew after about a mile in that it was just working, so I said to myself, keep this up.
We're holding our own in class, I think, so that's all we're here for today. So we had a misfire, unfortunately, on the stage 3. It seemed to go down to 3 cylinders for about 5 or 6 miles, but probably lost us 10-15 seconds, but then it's cleared itself. So
the first 2 stages we had a few problems. We had a spin in stage 2, and then we leapt into a ditch in stage 3 and had another spin in that one, and then we discovered the boys had used somebody else's tyre pressure gauge to set the tyre pressures, and so we just dropped the tyre pressures down in the first service, and now it's wonderful.
Mark, how's it going and how's he doing?
It's going okay, steady but okay. He's better on the longer ones. He gets very frustrated to start off, and then once he settles in, he's good. He wants to come back and do it next year, which is what we want, yeah?
That's exactly
so, a mission accomplished.
I've sent him some regs actually, I feel it from
Now it's getting exciting, whereas before it was sheer terror, and now it's exciting. Seriously. Well, after a few stages, we're having a laugh now. Whereas before it was just like that.
What
shaking.
was it like?
Shaking.
Eddie Nutt and Geraldine McBride's Porsche 911 could only manage to beat Stuart Rolt once all day, but second Historic and Smith not finishing left them in a good points position with just one round remaining. On only their second outing this year, Stuart Rolt and Richard Pomfret brought their Porsche home first Historic by just over 30 seconds. A commanding performance in B4 for Chris and Hilary Green. Third Historic and winning the class by almost 10 minutes. Tim Beale had no competition in class, but fifth Historic was a good result in a Cortina GT. Fourth Historic and another Class B2 win for Matthew and Dave Pearce clinched the championship class for them with one round remaining. Adam and Ian Tomlinson beat Matthew and Dave only once on the short SS5 Housedale stage, but consistent seconds in B2 meant they finished runner-up in class and sixth Historic. Seventh Historic and third in Class B2 were Mike Barrett and Michelle Calvert. Keith Pettit and Sharon Shilver in another Ford Lotus finished second in Class B4. James Valentine took the award for first in Class B1. Nick Pinkett lost over 10 minutes to Valentine on SS5. Despite beating him on the remaining stages, this was too much to recover. Jeremy Eason set 2 seconds and a first fastest over the afternoon stages. A few seconds lost on the last stage didn't harm his position, and he finished third post-historic. After SS2, David Stokes led the post-historics to the finish. 4 stage wins, 2 seconds and 3 thirds gave him a winning margin of almost a minute. Ernie Graham had shown the form that gained him the European title. Never lower than third, except in the final short stage here at the Showground, the second post-historic was his reward. Peter Slight's story was very similar. Never lower than third classic, he headed the leaderboard from SS2 to the end to take the category win. Gareth Lloyd needed to finish for championship points, and finish he did. Second classic, which gave him a classic championship win. Martin Freeston had battled all season with Lloyd, and the Trackrod was no different, but couldn't quite match the Welshman. He finished third classic. Getting off to a slow start, Graham Samuel recovered well to finish fourth post-historic. Craig Salter had also clawed his way up the field after a poor start, fifth post-historic. Andrew Street seems to be getting to grips with the Porsche, first in Class C4 and seventh post-historic. It hadn't been Ken Forster and John Stangley's day, but third in C2 was enough for them to win the championship class. One place further up in ninth post-historic, John Worthing took second in Class C2. This off because Chris Gravestock and Mark Harmer second in Class C3, and a number of places overall. Ian Ricks and Daniel Stone were fourth classic. Mark and Brett Clifford's Ford Escort won Class D3 and they were fifth classic. Dave Dyer and Tom Ward finished the day sixth post-historic. Whilst Ian Drummond and Tom Ward finished second in Class C3, which gave them the championship class win. Vince Bristow and Dean Mitchell took the C2 win and eighth post-historic. Russell Morgan and Martin Kenyon were fourth in the hotly contested Class C2. Paul Drinkle and Roy Brown were second in Class C4. Robin Shuttleworth and Mark Midgley were fifth. Richard Perry and Clive Townend, the sole car in D2, finished ahead of 3 supposedly quicker classic cars. Ralph Bell and Samuel Almeida finished their second championship round from 4 starts so far this season. 12th post-historic for Alex Hack and Mark Soloway. Next stop, the East African Safari. First in Class C3 for Frank Cunningham and Aaron Ford. Paul Morris and Simon Rogers were second in Class D3. Hugh and Debbie Myers finished third in Class C4. Sixth in C2 for Lawrence Green and Andrew Turner. Mission accomplished for Robin Morgan and Mike Robertson. One Opel Kadett GTE, shaken down and ready for the RAC. Christopher Shooter and Beverly LeGood was third in Class D3. Seventh in Class C2 for Bob Close and Mike Reynolds in their Toyota Celica GT. Rounding up the field, Richard and Leslie Simpson in their Skoda 120S. Now they've proven the car can be reliable, they just need some other entries in Class C1. Fourth overall and first in class.
Really, is that right, is it? I mean, I don't know, because I know Adam was only 6 seconds behind us going into the last two. He didn't know what his times were, so, I mean, well, if that's true, then I'm over the moon about that.
Right, you've won your class, so congratulations today.
Thank you.
Third overall, so another congratulations, and to Hillary. Last 3 stages fun?
I love second usage.
What was that, Hillary? Very rough.
Not in a car this age. It's no good at all. You can't drive it. You can't do a lot with it. You've just got to hope and pray that when you throw it into a corner, it comes out the other side.
We're finished. We're here. We enjoyed it. Got very slippy when it got wet. The loose gravel had been washed or wiped off in the first run over the stage, and it was down to almost cobblestone type surface. But we got through safely, no problems.
Congratulations.
Thanks. It was great fun. Good event. And I'm sorry about Steve. Well, we'll never know now how we would have done. I was determined to try and sort of get near him, but so I was frustrated that he went at last stage.
What happened?
We just overshot that first right 8. No, the hairpin right, and beached the car. Got stuck there for about 2 minutes.
Oh no.
Yeah, how's your luck?
Seen Chris has just
Well, we heard about it.
yeah, which actually catapults you up a place.
Wonderful. It's a very sporting chap, that's all I can say. I owe him a pint.
First.
Are we yet? I don't know.
Yeah, we've got it, you are.
Oh, thank you very much. Good result.
Yeah.
We're getting better at this gravel stuff.
Right, so you've won D3.
Yeah, we've had quite a good run. Yeah, yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm very pleased with that. Which means I think we're third overall in the championship now. So.
And you've won D3.
Won the class in the championship and third overall in the championship now. So we can have a bit of a play on the last one and not be so sensible.
Third in class. Yeah. And to be fair, with the day that you've both had, not a bad result, is it, hey?
I think the lad who won the class is not registered for our championship either, so we're beginning to get points for second place. So that's good.
You needed the points, so are those points enough that you're going to clinch it today?
We've won the championship now, yeah. In our class, yes, we have. Which
Yay!
Yeah! 19, but we've done it.
We're happy bunnies, we really
are. Are you happy bunnies?
Oh yes, yeah, we're happy bunnies. It would have been nicer to have a better day today, but everything's gone wrong today. You know, we've had a real good run all year, apart from blowing the head gasket on the Manx. Every event been like clockwork, and today everything's gone wrong.
But mission accomplished, really. Although we were 21 seconds down to Vince Bristow.
But he doesn't count, much as he loves it.
He doesn't count, no. But I think we're back to within 6 or 7. Yeah,
you've won.
Have I? Oh, did we do it? Yeah, good. We thought we'd lost it on the second to last one or something. So good. That's what we were aiming to do. Told you we was going to go flat out from the start, didn't I?
First in class.
Absolutely fantastic, yeah. Yeah, no, really thrilled with that. It's been a game of 2 halves, really, because it was dry this morning and very wet and slippy this afternoon.
No. Wet?
Well, damp. Moist. We're having a great ding-dong with Craig, and I think he's just pipped us by about 1.5 seconds.
Oh, the day's gone all right, yeah. It's been a good day. We've improved throughout the day, so it's all gone well, really. I don't know where we are now. We're here, cars in one piece again, so...
And Preston's smiling.
Yeah.
As ever. I'm always smiling.
On the last stage, we turned into a corner, there's a car in the way. They flagged us down, then they waved us off, so we lost several seconds there. But I don't know if I was fighting with Martin Freestone, but he's probably at the edge on me now, I think.
I'm afraid he beat you.
That's okay. No, he's done very well, hasn't he? He had a bad engine and his gearbox went, but that's Gareth for you, isn't it? Well done, Gareth, yes.
Die on, Gareth. You've won.
Diolch yn fawr.
You've done it.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, we had a problem midway today with the gearbox, but the boys did a splendid job and changed it in 12 minutes. So and we made it to the end. It was the last pair of stages, though, very very slippery, and but no, it's good. So beating the old man.
Great result.
Yeah, very pleased. We thought we lost quite a bit of time on the last two wet ones. Eased off probably a little bit too much, but I think we've done all right. Really pleased to finish.
4th post-historic, so good result?
No, very poor really, but there you go. We'll settle for that. Really, we ought not to be 4th. We ought to be 3rd, but there we are. But we had a moment, and it cost us a bit of time. So we were actually closing on Easton, which was pleasing me, and then we buggered it up. But there we go.
All right, 3rd.
3rd, yeah, that'll do. When it consider the problems in the aggro we've had, that's.
Ernie doesn't count. I mean, we love you, Ernie, but you don't count. So in the light of things, it's 2nd, really.
Yeah, he's not registered, so 2nd. That's the best of a bad job. So we're pleased with that.
You said when we talked to you last, as long as I come in front of Jeremy, behind Mr. Stokes, I'll be happy. And that's exactly what you've done.
Yeah, we're really happy indeed. We're having a lovely day's fun. The last couple of stages have gone really well. In fact, a couple of stages ago, I think we got faster than both of these guys. That was really good. At least we beat them on one stage.
First here, which absolutely means now that you could be 1st overall, 1st post-historic in Somerset.
Could be, couldn't it?
Yeah.
We should be trying.
It's going to be interesting. Tell us about the last 3 stages, David. Good?
The last 2 stages, very, very slippery, very rutty where the 4-wheel drive's been through. So I just made sure we had over a minute lead on Jeremy. There's no point in going mad.
Basically, we retired in the Woodyard on SS4 with no oil.
What's that going to mean with the championship now?
Truthfully, I don't know. What it does mean definitely is it's taken it straight out of my hands. It's in other people's hands. It's David Stokes. It's his to win, basically. If he wins here, if he wins in Somerset, then he can't be touched. I think I haven't worked out the other points at all, but if he came 2nd here or in Somerset, then I think Jerry and I and David can all tie on 207 points or something.
Are we going to see you in Somerset is the question.
We got to go now.
Yeah, he says we've got to go, so I should imagine so, yeah.
Somerset? Mine head in 3 weeks' time, I think.
Somerset with a bit of luck.
Somerset in a couple of weeks.
Somerset.